Raila Amolo Odinga downplayed Fred Matiang's candidacy yesterday. A question was asked to Raila Amolo Odinga whether he's going to support Fred Matiang'i. He indicated he might not support Fred Matiang'i.
You see, you cannot be elected president of Kenya on the basis of the Kisii votes, or the Luo votes, or Luhya votes for that matter, or even the Mount Kenya votes. If you want to be elected, you'll be elected by Kenya general. So that is something that we will deal with when the time comes up.
He even questioned how can he talk about a man who has never said anything. He has never said that he's going to vie.
Matiangi has not, as things stand, come up to speak, to declare that he wants to run for the presidency. So I don't know where you're getting that.
It's very true that Fred Matiang'i has not come out clear whether he's going to vie. But from the indications and from suggestions, probably from close ally of Fred Matiang'i, like the Kisii Senator, Senator Nyonga, those are all these speculations, but Fred Matiang'i has not come out clear whether he's going to vie for the president of Kenya. So Raila Amolo Odinga yesterday, from indications from the way he responded to that question, he might not support Fred Matiang'i. And as you know, many Kenyans had hoped and believed that Raila Odinga is going, probably if he is not going to be the candidate in 2027, probably the best candidate to support is Fred Matiang'i and maybe Kalonzo Musyoka. But Kenyans, majority of Gen Zs are against those politicians who have been there. They want new faces. They want new faces in the government, and Matiang'i has never been in elective position in Kenya, and this is the reason why probably majority of Kenyans feel that is a compromised candidate and whom need to be supported, and they were banking on the support of Raila Amolo Odinga. What does it mean? Is it a betrayal? Yes and no. It will depend on how you take it. But for me, if Raila Odinga was to support Fred Matiang'i, it was going to be a big win for Fred Matiang'i, because now he was going to take the votes in the Western Alliance, the bloc which President Ruto is depending on. And you see, majority of Gen Zs across the country are against the president. President William Ruto nowadays is so unpopular. And if Raila Amolo Odinga was to support Fred Matiang'i, it was to be, you see, the entire Kisii now, the South Nyanza is locked, and the Western, people from Western, people from Nyanza, those Western bloc, Western Alliance, he was going to get a lot of votes from them, and you see Mount Kenya is locked. If Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka were to agree also to support Fred Matiang'i, the expectation of William Samoei Ruto for a second term was going to be almost a nightmare. And right now, President William Samoei Ruto is so unpopular, so unpopular. In fact, siku ingine Rigi alisema ya kwamba jamaa amehangaika, hana form. So the guy is so desperate. William Samoei Ruto is so desperate. But I want to say this, some chorus, some people, and we believe that in politics is all about interest. And in most cases, your interest comes first. Don't think that these politicians think about you. No. They are after their interest first. And Raila Odinga, what is he gaining in the government? And what is he going to lose if he was to be outside the government? Probably, it's very clear. If Raila Amolo Odinga was to support, let's say, Fred Matiang'i, or one of the from the purported opposition led by Gachagua and Kalonzo, probably Kalonzo Musyoka, it was going to be in a very big win for them, for the candidate or himself, because right now Ruto is so unpopular. Is so unpopular. But Raila Odinga does not know, is not very sure of the outcome. So better he be where he has been, he has seen the benefits. And it's very clear. Raila Odinga has a deal with President William Samoei Ruto, and one of the deals is to occupy some of the positions in the government. Mnaona kitu kama ya budget ni viti zimeenda kwa ODM, and some of the ODM ili donate experts into the President William Ruto's cabinet. People like Joho, Oparanya, Wandai na yule mwingine anaitwa nani, Mbadi, wako kwa government, na mmeona hata chuzi that it has been said or rumored that president, there is a deal to make Raila Amolo Odinga the prime minister. If it is going to be the case, we are just waiting to see how things are going to escalate. So Raila Odinga has seen already there's benefit. In fact, they are like sharing power. Or in other words, Raila Odinga is a co-president with Samoei Ruto, because Ruto depends on Raila Odinga for the second term. Maybe probably things might change because it is going to be the final term for President William Samoei Ruto. But as long as he win the election, that is what matters to him. So Raila Odinga is going to figure whether he's going to lose these benefits to something he's not very sure of. Because in Kenya, Raila Odinga has been winning the election. It's very clear that in 2007, Raila Odinga won that election, but he was not declared the president. Somebody else was declared the president. A lot of supporters of Raila Amolo Odinga believes that in 2017, 2013, in 2022, Raila Odinga won those elections, but the guy has never been in the president.
But Moi has desperately manipulated the Electoral Commission to rig election in his favor in order to declare himself the president. We categorically reject the provisional results of the presidential elections. 5, we therefore demand that the presidential elections be repeated within 21 days in order to give Kenyans a chance to elect a president of their choice. Fellow Kenyans, we have in the last 2 days witnessed tensions running high in our nation. Kenyans are deeply disturbed and angered by the attempt of this government to steal this election through a process that was fraudulent at every step of the way. The people know that they voted to reject the incumbent and put in place a president and a government they will have faith in. That is why they have elected me as the president. I therefore ask that this current exercise and impasse can only be resolved through a national recount in Nairobi under the full glare of media watchfulness and the involvement of election observers. Only such a process will assure Kenyans that this was a credible election. It is clear that the constitutionally sanctioned process of electing a new set of leaders to take us to the next level has been thwarted by another tainted election. We will therefore shortly move to court to challenge the outcome that the IEBC announced a few hours ago. We want to appeal to all Kenyans to respect the rule of law and the Constitution of which they are so proud. Let the Supreme Court determine whether the result announced by the IEBC is a lawful one. In the meantime, the inaccurate and illegal tax results keep streaming. The system has failed. It is the machine that is voting. We therefore reject all the results streamed so far and demand that the IEBC produces Form 34As from all the polling stations before any further results are announced. Our view in Azimio is clear. The figures announced by Mr. Chebukati are null and void and must be quashed by a court of law. In our view, there is neither a legally and validly declared winner nor a president-elect. Mr. Chebukati's announcement purporting to announce a winner.
What will make this election, the next election, different? Remember, from outsider, William Samoei Ruto managed to win the presidency in 2022. Now he's in power with the deep state and the system. How is he going to lose in 2027? That is a big question. So Raila Odinga is going to figure out the benefits and the something is not sure about. So there's those probability. But I just wish Raila Amolo Odinga, as you know, he has been the face of opposition, standing for the justice and fighting for the freedom of Kenya, fighting for the rights of Kenyans. So we are just going to see how things are going to escalate, how things are going to unfold. What do you think? Raila Odinga downplayed Fred Matiangi's candidacy. Write your comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, Born TV Kenya, and turn on the notification bell so that you are notified every time we post a new video like this. Like your video, comment, no subscribe. Hiyo yote ni free. My name is AC Born, and this is Born TV Kenya.